That's
I was
it.
about to say, how do
Bro,
you
that's
forget
you.
your own
That-
name?
that
No,
ain't
no,
you.
okay. Just for my name is Miles.
Well, he can keep his name out if he doesn't want to say it. So it's just up to him.
No,
Miles.
just refer to me as Miles
Miles. All
for
right.
the remainder of the video.
For the remainder of the video. Okay, we'll just call him
Miles
Miles. for the
Morales, is that
remainder.
you?
He can. All right. So we're gonna be focusing more on Miles here because he's our special guest for today. So we're just gonna be hearing more about him, what he does, and like what kind of things he likes to do for fun. So we're gonna leave an open mic for you right now. You can ask us questions. We can ask you questions. Like whatever you're comfortable with. So you can just start talking whenever you want.
Nah, this is awkward. Why are you putting all the fucking pressure on me like that? Yo.
All right. So like, how do you wanna lean into it? Cause
Well,
I don't want you to.
so
put you on
what
the
was
spot.
your last episode about?
Last up? Oh shit! What was the last? Oh, drugs and alcohol.
alcohol.
Drugs and
That's-
alcohol, and then after that, we just like haven't uploaded one since. And how long ago was that?
That was like a month ago. That was like
Shit, that was
why
like
you
a
at-
month
why
ago.
you you just like? All right, so what do you want to talk about? Y'all are the hosts. Y'all
Yeah,
supposed to ask me
but, like,
questions.
We want to like know more about you, like right
Like
now.
what? You gotta
Shit.
construct
Tell
it.
us a life story.
A life
You gotta
story.
construct it into like. See, look, this is a better job than you guys know. Fucking.
Maybe he should be on the podcast.
Bro, hey,
He doesn't want to come in.
All right, so where do I come from? I was born in Chicago, Illinois. I range from the neighborhood Little Village. I'm 18 years old. I grew up in Little Village my whole life. I'm not Mexican. I'm Chicano. And yeah, I'm a Pisces.
Oh, Pisces.
I'm a Pisces. all the bitches gonna be like,
Get all the-
He's definitely getting.
"What's
all
your
this-
sign?"
What's your sign?
He's getting all the astrology bitches.
What's
with
your
that one
sign?
What's
All
your
right.
sign?
All right, since he brought up science, let's just go. Manny, what's your sign?
Cancer.
You're a Cancer.
Yeah, not only am I Cancer, it runs on both sides of the family too.
All right. I'm an Aquarius. That joke was kind of a. Wow, that joke actually just crazy.
Oops.
All right. So like, you said you're Mexican, right? Do you know like what specific?
No, he's
part?
he's a Chicano.
Oh, Chicano.
I was gonna ask y'all the same thing. Would y'all identify yourselves as like if someone asked you, "Are you Mexican?" Would you say yes?
I would say yes, but that's mainly sort of the fact that like.
Well, when it comes down to like a deconstructed identity, you know,
Wait, say that again.
when it comes down like to deconstructing your identity, like when someone actually asks you like who you are, not like just some random person like so
Yeah.
like you're Mexican or black or you know.
Yeah. So like, I would say I am Mexican, cause like I don't really like. I wouldn't like clarify like since I'm born here in the United States. I'm not saying like oh I'm white, cause I'm clearly not white. I'm just like I'm Mexican, cause both my parents.
You know what they call
are
that?
Mexican.
You know
What,
what
like-
they call a Mexican who's born in America?
What?
Mexican.
Chicano.
Chicano?
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, pretty much. I didn't know what that meant. Like, to be honest with you.
Well then ask.
Oh yeah, you're right. I should ask. But yeah, like how you said it, Chicano.
Somos
So-
Chicano, way.
Mhm.
Hey, not on no gang shit, but viva la raza, way. Nah, like for real. I'm not trying to like, not on no gang shit, but like, you know, on some like culture, like uniting the Mexican people of the U.S. and the world. Que viva la raza. Oh, bro.
Que viva.
Viva. I'm also like, well, I don't know. I'm not that dark of a Mexican, but on my mom's side, she told me we're Comanche, and on my dad's side, they're I don't fucking know.
Comanche.
Yeah,
Like, What
My-
is it?
that's like Native American.
Oh, Native American.
But they're also Mexican. Like so my family on my mom's side. I'm like third, fourth generation Mexican, right? So
Mhm.
my family got to Chicago in like 1950 something. But my great grandmother's from Texas, and she lived right next to the border of Tamaulipas. So she would go to school in Mexico and then just come back home to Texas on the farm. And yeah, so that's my mom's side. On my dad's side, they just barely got here in like the 90s. Well, my abuelito got here in like the 70s to work, and then his family followed in the 90s, early 2000s.
So like, how would you like explain like how you feel living in Little Village? Like, how does that feel for you? Because since you said you were born and pretty much raised in that part of the.
So Little Village for me is a bittersweet relationship. I love my neighborhood because it's hard to not be reminded of being Mexican. You know, like it feels like your identity is just around every corner, whether it be, whether it be a lovely reminder or an ugly one. Whether you see a little old lady selling tacos on the corner, or whether you see a fucking old Mexican just passed out drunk with a bottle of tequila next to him.
That'd be like
Or you
sometimes.
see or you get checked by gangbangers and shit just because you got long hair,
Yeah.
or like, I don't know, like the bitter part is like losing people, knowing people like who just lose their life over bullshit, like having to look over your shoulder all the time, like really thinking like, should I go to the store? Do I really need those chips? Like, do I really need that soda? Because I really I don't really want to walk down this block. Like, because if I go there, man, they're probably gonna check my ass, bro. This is all the clothes I got right now. I haven't even run to the laundromat,
Yeah.
So it's just like having to look out for like certain spots, and then all the drama. Like, if you grow up in the hood, like, it's a small world. Like I've been meeting a lot of people. It's like, oh, my brother is, and like, oh, word, I know him. Like, we used to go to school together, or like, oh, I had beef with him. Like, oh, he stole my shit or something, and like all the drama, and then having to worry about running into people. Like, sometimes I don't even want to work in the hood. Like, I don't want to find a job in the neighborhood, because then I'd be like, I know too many people, and I feel like too many people know me, and I don't know them, and that scares me more, because like, what if someone just walks in and they know you and they have beef with you, but you don't even know who the fuck they are?
Yeah. It's like, it can be some petty shit. Like, they don't like the way you look, and they're like, oh, yeah, like.
No. Like they know of you. Like, they know your name. They know who you are. And
They know,
have
like,
beef with you,
everything
but you
about
just
you.
don't remember. You don't know who they are.
Oh, shit.
Like, that's happened to me before, where I'm like, I run into people who have beef with me and I don't remember. Like, what the fuck you want?
Like, how often does that happen to you? Like,
That's only happened like a couple times. I've run into more people that I have beef with, honestly, but we don't have to get into that right now.
yeah,
But,
we don't.
But yeah, where did y'all grow up?
I
Here.
pretty much grew here in Cicero, like,
Mm.
my entire life.
In Cicero.
I was born in McNeil Hospital, and from there I lived in like a little apartment building from like when I was 3. And after that, we bought a house, and that's where I've stayed at ever since.
So what's it like as a Mexican growing up in Cicero? What's that like?
It just seems normal, because like I was never really like put into that life that my parents were like. Because my parents, they did grow up in like little village and stuff, and they like my mom talks about like it's not safe there. Like, she would never want her kids to have like to live there because it's dangerous, and like all the gang activity and stuff like that. She's like, I don't want that for you. I just want you to have a nice life. So here in Cicero, it's pretty much just like nice most of the time. Like, yeah, here and there you see like kids throwing up gang signs for no reason. You walk into the gas station, and like you said, like, do you really need those chips? Like, here, like, you can just walk to the gas station and you don't have to worry, because like every like 2 or 3 days you see cops just pass back and forth, and like we go there like pretty often, where you see like a cop parked right there, and like nobody tries to do anything, because like if they see the cops there, they're like not gonna try. And it's like a gas station where like everybody goes to, like everybody knows it. They're like, oh, it's the quickest way to go from your house to get snacks and then go right back. Because I live like less than 5 minutes from it, so I just walk there, and then like get the stuff I need to get, and then come back home. That's it.
It's funny you mentioned the cops, because little villages, I mean, cops don't give a shit over there. Well, CPD don't really give a shit, but neither do the people, because they be doing crazy shit right in front of the cop's face, man. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's like, I guess like a question now that you said that, like how is like the enforcement there for like the law, I guess.
I mean, okay. That's actually a good question. I mean, I've had altercations with cops where like I had a bunch of like weed on me or something, and they're like, "Man, you got shitty ass weed," but because they're not looking for fucking weed or shrooms or nothing. They're looking for guns and like kilos and shit.
Yeah.
So like my homie told me a story. They were driving a car. It was like one of those old cars where you could take out the seats easily. Like those bench seats.
Yeah.
But nah, and they were gang banging too. I don't know if y'all know about the gang units, CPD gang units.
No, I didn't know about
But
didn't know
they
that.
be bogus. They be trapping they be trapping motherfuckers. They be trapping motherfuckers cause like they're a gang unit. So basically they target gangs. So they be like false flagging people so that they could throw it up, so then they can arrest you.
Oh shit.
Or they be like false flagging people, so then hopefully like you shoot at them so they can shoot at you.
Oh wow.
So kind of like corrupt cops in a way.
Like basically like they'll trap you, like, and they'll dress up, because they can dress up in like however they want in like casual clothes.
Yeah.
So like when they're driving, like say they're driving in like a big Suburban, they like from the top up they'll look like gangbangers. When they come out, they look all federal and stuff.
Oh shit.
That's the gang unit though.
I think
So-
I think I've seen a couple of those.
So like the gang units, they be gang banging. Like the cops be telling you like, hey, why you walk through my hood? You know, shit like that.
So they just full on act like they're gang members as well, like themselves.
Well, yeah, because they're trying to trap you. That's basically
Shit.
it. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't even know about that myself. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, I don't know much about gangs and like parts of like the police enforcement, and like this is all new to me. Like how you said, like the gang unit, never heard of that thing before.
Yeah, I've never. I mean, I don't think so. I mean, I've probably seen them before, but I've never like had an altercation with the gang unit. Just, well, I don't know. Cause y'all know about the gang database where they put you down. Well, it's not illegal to be in a gang. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But they'll put you down as like a gang member if they think you are, and then
So like any reason to believe that you might be one, they just put you down without like actual evidence.
yeah, like
shit.
like if you like, I don't know how the whole system works, but it basically puts you at a higher risk for like going to prison and shit because they think you're a gang member. I don't know, but it's because I remember I got a question one time. They're asking me about like what if I was a part of a gang or some shit. I don't fucking know. And they went into the car and it took like 30 minutes, and they just told me I could leave.
So I
think
guess
there's a
in-
website you can check if you're on the gang database. I don't know if you go to the police.
There probably is.
I don't know. I have a feeling though, ever since that day that they put me down on the gang database, cause I had tattoos then also.
You have tattoos?
Yeah.
How many do you have?
Yes, quite a bit.
Not really. I got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
7.
8.
Eight?
8, yeah.
Do you have any meaning behind those tattoos, or did you like just?
No,
wanna
they're
get-
all stupid. I regret every single one of them. Don't like y'all don't.
Wasn't
Man.
the what was it, like the Grim Reaper? Wasn't that your first one?
I
you
got a
seen?
Grim Reaper
with the
on my right arm
with the cerveza, right?
with a cerveza in his hand, and bro, I got that shit when I was like 14.
14.
Yeah, I wasn't even. I just barely graduated 8th grade. It was summer, and I was at the skate park at Pachowski Park, and I was off of acid, and I was drinking. I had like a 40, right, like a Mickey. If y'all know, you know. And I knew this one dude, and we were chilling, and he just did my tattoo at his crib, and
It was just like a stick and poke then.
what?
Or was it like a stick and poke?
Oh no, I thought okay, my bad. I thought you said some other shit. Nah, it was a tattoo gun.
Oh,
It was a tattoo gun. Yeah. No,
Did
no.
it come out good at least, or no?
It looks pretty decent.
Oh yeah, that is pretty cool. I like it. That's pretty.
It's alright.
Yeah.
I don't really like it. It's not that cool. I'm more into like Renaissance type art.
Oh, so like the 90s and 80s type shit.
Renaissance art?
Yeah.
No,
That's
Or
like
am I thinking a different Renaissance? I don't remember.
Renaissance, like the Italian Renaissance, like
Oh yeah, that's what I'm thinking of, but I just don't remember the exact dates of it.
like that cool, like real graphic art.
Yeah.
Like yeah. I want to tat my whole body up.
With like Renaissance art like that.
Yeah.
Have you like looked into like anything like Italian, like the mafia and everything like that? Like, have you ever been curious, like just to look it up just for the fun of it?
Shit. I mean, I like pizza, but
I like pizza. What type of pizza?
Hey, my bad. My bad.
Do you agree that pineapple should be on pizza?
Oof, nah, fuck pineapple, dude. Look, pineapple's good. I like pineapple, but on pizza, like, bro, what is y'all on, bro?
Exactly.
Like, what? Did y'all daddy beat you when you was a kid or something? Like, damn.
I would hope not.
I
Like-
pray that didn't happen.
Do you agree with pineapple
Nah,
on
I
pizza?
wouldn't put pineapple on pizza.
I like the ham on the pizza though.
Yeah,
The ham is
yeah,
good. The
that's
ham is good.
Yeah,
the
that's
ham
good.
on the pizza is pretty fire, but pineapple just ruins it.
Cause like you get a juicy, like you get something juicy, and then you're just eating something that's like cheesy. I don't think that would like, cause I've never tried it. Just like having a juicy,
No, no.
cheesy like contrast doesn't.
No,
like,
not even
sit well
juicy.
with
It's
me.
like sweet and ginger is the cheese. I don't.
What
like
about al pastor though? Cause you know that comes with pineapple too, right?
that. Yeah, but I don't like it with pineapple either.
Me neither.
I don't like it made
Me
with
neither.
pineapple.
But they put it at like the top of the spit.
Yeah,
Mm.
I seen that. I just take the pineapple off, okay.
So, yeah. I'm a native Mexican from Chicago. Grew up in the hood. And here I am now.
Would you ever like to move out of the hood?
Yeah, definitely. I want to go back to Texas. That's where my people are from.
Texas.
Texas.
Like my goal ultimately in life is to buy some land out in Texas and have a farm, and have a family. Yeah.
So kind of like a cycle, like how your grandma had, like where she would go to school and then come back to the farm and stuff.
Well, that was like in 30s, bro.
Yeah.
that was when there was like no ice, no border. You could just there was a
Yeah.
bridge you could just walk across. Yeah, and then she would go back to Texas, which was where her dad's farm was at. So yeah, but nah, I can't do that no more. I was just thinking like,
Didn't you say you wanted to hide in the woods or something one time?
oh yeah, definitely. I've always thought about like building a cabin in the woods and just like disappearing off the face of the earth,
Dude, like I feel like everybody's thought of that like at least once or twice, cause like
especially now.
yeah,
Yeah.
like you're off the grid completely. Nobody knows where you are besides
Yeah.
you, and then you know you're the way to go like back into society and everything.
I just
Okay.
don't want the government to know where I am.
Bro got
That's a good
ghost on.
point.
But it's kind of hard because I already have a paper trail. So we all have paper trails, whether
Yeah.
we like it or not. Ever since we're born, birth certificate.
Social security.
Think about it. You got a paper trail the second you're born.
But, like,
Birth certificate.
Earth
Unless you're born like in a tent or in a tub. I don't know.
That's true.
Yeah.
But like what happens like as soon as you end your paper trail? Not like you look up yourself, and you try to do things like completely take it down. Because I know there's people who like learn to hack shit, take down everything about themselves, and disappear completely. Change all their credit cards, delete their credit card information, delete their socials, delete their number, start paying in cash. They do stuff to like hide from cameras and everything.
Hmm.
So like all those type of things, people do that to take it to the full extreme to completely disappear off the earth and go off the grid. So like everybody like us, like how you said earlier, like since we leave a paper trail, we're on the grid, and like people like that, they're completely off. Like you don't know where they are.
You
Let's
want
just
to
say
know
it's
like a
it's the
good
case.
simple way to get off the grid?
It's a good simple way.
You just kill yourself.
All right.
Oh.
Oh,
Yo. I keep forgetting. This is going on YouTube. My bad. I should edit that out.
we'll figure out a way. But
This reminds me of like the other podcast we did for Nick's class. We kept.
Hey, but real quick, I want to touch on the topic of like sex, drugs, and rock and roll, like what y'all talked about last time.
oh yeah,
Cause I feel like, dude, y'all really missed out. Like I could have been a part of that. Cause Julio, what do you have? Julio, Jez,
Julio, Jez, and Frankie.
Leroy.
and Frankie.
Like how many of those dudes actually have like experience with drugs though? Like for real,
Like actual drugs.
like drugs, like just in general.
No, I don't think because none of them like really did any talk about that. They all talked about like drinking and doing like vape and posh and all like pens and stuff, but they never like fully talked about like actual drugs.
Alright, so actual drugs. So I started smoking weed when I was like 10, 11. And it really picked up when I was like 15, 16. Did my first acid tab when I was 13. Yeah, I did a lot of shit, dude.
So you were in 7th grade when you did your first acid tub, and sophomore year when you was it weed?
Huh?
Was it weed when you were 16? You said.
Nah, I was 10 when I smoked weed for the first time.
So
And
you were
then-
pretty much like in 5th, 6th grade when you did it. No, maybe even
Like
younger.
not like 7th grade.
No, because you wouldn't be 10 in 7th grade.
10 is like 4th grade.
Yeah,
Oh,
4th grade. You would be like
Or
really young.
about to be in 5th grade.
might have
yeah.
been
Yeah.
5th grade.
Because you would be 11 in 6th, 12 in 7th, 13,
13.
going
Yeah,
on
that's
14.
true.
So yeah, you would pretty much just be in 4th grade.
Yeah, guys.
Don't do
So
drugs.
we were hitting like the cake cart and shit, and like hitting balls and stuff. I can't really, man. That's what I hate. That's the shitty thing about drugs. It fucks with your memory. So I can't really recall like real specific. I can call some specific moments. I even have some on video, but
What school was this at?
huh?
What school was it at?
Let's try not to publicize the school. So like,
that I went. I mean, like I was. Yeah, I was. I was
more or
like
less,
going
like-
to school, but I like the first time I smoked wasn't in school.
Was it?
Oh, okay. so you were out of school doing it.
Yeah.
Well, like I asked the question to them last time when we did that episode. Was there any like motives behind it, like anything going on at home, or just like
Nah,
How
not
did things
really,
happen?
man. I was just young and dumb, and I had a homie. He I've known this since I was 3, bro. We're both 18 now, and you know that's my dog right there, and so you know, he put me on with smoking basically, so we both started smoking. Well, I don't know when. I think around the same time too, but I don't want to speak for him. But to my knowledge, we both started smoking at the same age, like 10, 11.
okay.
Yeah, but there was really no like no, I wasn't getting beat at home or
Mhm.
my fucking parents were on crack or they were never home or they abandoned me or some shit.
Yeah.
I was just bored. I mean, my parents aren't together; they're separate.
Yeah.
I didn't really get to see my dad a lot growing up too much because he was working, and I lived with my mom. And I saw a lot of rough shit growing up because she had a real abusive boyfriend, who was an asshole. And I made a vow that if I ever saw him, it's on sight, I'm gonna fucking crack his skull open. And so, but last I heard, he's in New York. But
So he's far.
So you just completely left after that, essentially.
well, we left because I was like, I think we lived with him from like when I was like 8 or 9 until 11. Because 11, I had like my final straw, and then me and him got into it. He was about to like he was grabbing me, bro. He was like basically like trying to beat my ass, but I was like this, and then my mom got in between us, and like he ripped my shirt apart and shit, and he was a black dude, big old like black dude, and a fucking I call him a bitch ass nigga, bro. He a bitch ass nigga. If you're watching this, you a bitch ass nigga, bro. I swear to God, I'm gonna crack your skull when I see you. It's on sight. My bad, but like that's some real shit. Like,
Well, you just pretty much did it like to protect your mom. I feel like any kid who was like
I was
in that
11,
kind
bro.
of stuff-
I was
yeah.
11. This is I'm going against a big old black man. You a bitch ass nigga, bro. For real.
Well, yeah, like anybody in that same scenario, I would assume they would do it.
And mind
try
you,
and
this
protect your mom.
this big old black man had a PhD.
A PhD.
He had a PhD. So don't let no fucking just because someone has a PhD or a fucking degree, don't mean shit. Hey, everything's different behind closed doors. This nigga had a PhD, and he was still an abusive asshole. So
He could have done.
don't be fooled.
Yeah, he could have done so much more with his life, but
He could have.
he went so low to start like beating your mom, and then almost start beating you just because you were on your last leg, pretty much with him.
I remember he picked me up one time, like gave me a wedgie, like picked me up like this, and then dropped me, and I fell face flat, and then he told me to do 100 push-ups just because I didn't clean up the living room in 3 seconds.
Damn.
I swear to fucking God. It was pizza night that night, bro. We got pizza.
Tonight?
We had pizza. And he told me to clean up in 3 seconds. He did 3 pull-ups, and he came back and just give me 100 push-ups now. And took my mom to the other room, and just I don't know. I don't even know what happened. But yeah, it's just traumatizing when you're a kid. So
Yeah.
It would be traumatizing.
I feel like that leads to a lot of anger, though.
Yeah,
You know?
because like it's a bunch of pent up anger. And you're just like you just want to get that kind of revenge and like.
But I don't
stuff
think
like
that's
that.
the reason I started doing drugs. You know, I feel like the reason I started like really getting into drugs was because as I got older, you know, you get more responsibilities. You see more of the world.
Yeah.
You see more of like how ugly the world is or how the ugly the world can be. And it's just like, well, also your environment, like, you know, growing up in a neighborhood where like kids are already using drugs at a young age, and like those are your friends, you know, so you're gonna do what they do.
Yeah.
And
Try
that's
to
just
fit in.
it's an easy segue. Easy segue. Weed is also a segue drug. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Weed is a segue drug, especially in my experience. Because after my first drug was alcohol, but
Yeah.
weed or alcohol, weed, and then like pills and shit. Yeah.
Like I like how you said like alcohol was your first drug because people like don't see it as a drug.
Alcohol is an intoxicant.
And like everybody's like, it mainly happened during the prohibition where alcohol technically became a drug because they started selling it illegally behind closed doors, and you had to go to like bars that were hidden within places.
That's what
Everybody's
propped
like-
up the mafia.
Yeah, that's like how everything started. It all started because of prohibition and selling alcohol as a way to like get happy or some shit. Because like alcohol fucks with your brain, and you
You
just
get
like
happy and get money.
yeah, so you just like feel this type of way, and you're like, oh shit, this is like pretty nice. So they keep doing it, and that's why the demand for alcohol was so high, and that's why they had to put it on like a ban. But then they saw like people were doing it even with the ban, so they decided to completely legalize it again, and then they just started selling it like crazy.
Well, because when it was illegal, people were making moonshine in their bathtub and they were going blind.
Yeah.
And they were just killing themselves like even faster. But if you regulate it, then you know people don't go blind because they didn't make no bathtub moonshine. You know.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever noticed that like in like the not the suburbs, but like in the main city, there's like not a store just completely dedicated to selling liquor, but like out in like the west side, the south side, there's like always just like
You mean there's a bunch of food and liquor stores?
no, just like liquor stores, just like stores that just completely sell liquor. Like just like for example, like Little Village, Cicero, there's like places that like just dedicate to selling liquor. And in the city, there's like yeah, they sell liquor, but like
It's food and liquor.
yeah, it's food and liquor in the city.
Yeah, food and liquor stores are pretty popular because guess what? You can get food and liquor. What? For the low?
For the
Say
low.
less. Say less. I can buy a 40 for $1 and some change. I can get myself a burger for $2. That's $3 right there, or $3 and some change. You know.
And like I feel like it's more like the food and like liquor, like how you said earlier, like
It's
food and liquor-
convenience.
yeah, it's
Convenience. It's cheap, and it's close.
Yeah,
Well,
and I feel like also another thing is that it won't put a higher demand on alcohol because, like you said, like here in Little Village in Cicero, there's just like stores dedicated to pure alcohol, and like if you're in Chicago and there's stores dedicated to pure alcohol, you know people are gonna get like fucking wasted day in and day out because like you get alcohol like if they say 24/7, you know people are gonna go in and out. That's gonna cause the crime rate or not crime rate and the murder thing to go up.
I mean,
'Cause
that's
you're
already
drunk.
pretty high.
Yeah, it's gonna go even higher. It's gonna skyrocket if just you have pure just like alcohol stores there, because like people are gonna get drunk, cause more accidents, more deaths, and more suicide of intoxication. Because like you're in Chicago, risk of falling off a bridge is pretty high because there's bridges like almost everywhere you go. Like you walk down, probably like the Manor Park. There's like there's like streets there everywhere. So like you try to walk down the street while you're drunk, your odds of getting hit by a car are like really high. So accidents are gonna go through the roof.
Yeah.
That's true.
So that's why everything's like food and alcohol, and not just purely alcohol.
I feel like the crime rate though. I don't know, man. I think it's also culture though, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Cause like with drill music and shit like that, like drill
Especially,
music is
yeah.
cool, but like y'all glorify like abandoning, single mothers, abandoning your children, fucking bitches left and right, treating them like property and shit like that.
What type
doing
of music?
drugs every day, huh?
What type of music do you say?
Like drill music, just hip hop in general, really like modern hip hop. I feel like
Yeah.
it just glorifies all the wrong ideals, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Because like most like modern hip hop.
But that's the culture now, cause you see,
Yeah.
'cause especially with Mexicans, now they're getting, that started off as black culture, right? And then now it got popular, and now everybody's getting into it. But especially Mexicans. But Mexicans already had like a toxic culture of our. We already had a toxic culture of our
Yeah.
own called machismo.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
it's that pride, cause the saying, sometimes you gotta put your pride to the side. Nah, Mexicans don't even have that fucking put pride to the side. That's not even. They don't. Not a Mexican, bro. They're
They're-
gonna, especially when they're drinking.
Yeah.
Oh no.
They
Nah,
like they'll die for their pride instead of putting it to the side.
it's the machismo, man. But yeah, I don't know. Culture, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. There's so many. My bad. It's just a lot to think about.
Yeah. And like it's fine. Like the more you think about it, the more you can actually just like talk. Cause like right now you might not have the words to say it, but like maybe later on when you're thinking about it, you can just like bring it back up. Like, oh yeah, remember earlier when we were talking about this? Yeah, like this is what I mean. Like what I meant by it. Cause like I'm not trying to bring up a subject and like not talk about it, but like just have more time to think on it and like touch up on it. But yeah, like you said, drill music is like a really big thing that people get into, and they don't realize the repercussions that have with it. Like you can rap a song and say like, oh, I'm gonna do drugs for the fun of it and just get high. Well, you don't know the consequences of doing those drugs until you actually do it. Cause like they'll glorify it in songs like I'm gonna pop a perk and feel all right. You pop that.
Have y'all taken drugs though?
Nah, I've never taken any.
Negative.
Like nothing at all.
Nothing.
Nope.
Nope.
I have a. Oh no, that's not. Well, would you consider Nick as a drug?
Yeah.
I've never done it, but I have a pen.
Yeah, but you have a
Not on me.
Oh.
I know. I'm just saying. I know.
You got a posh on you right now? No?
No, not on me.
I was about to let me hit that bitch.
He just laughs.
Nah, for
You
real,
want
I like nicotine.
You like nicotine?
Yeah, it makes me relax. Y'all ever had like a Zyn pouch?
Nope.
You know what a nicotine pouch is?
Nope.
Don't you put it in between your gum?
Yeah, you put it like right up here and you just let it sit there. It lasts for like an hour.
Nah, never.
Dude, it's intense. I gave Julio one. I don't know if he told you.
Oh yeah, he did tell me.
It is dirty. He changed his shirt. Y'all want to do like a part 2 kind of thing? And just continue it?
Sure. Yeah.
Because an episode's 30 minutes. Get 30.
Let's talk about the bitches though.
All right. So I
So
guess.
let's get down to
So
business.
part 2, we can just like go extended into this. You want to do that?
Sure.
Yeah,
All right.
Just like touch upon that drill again.
Take a break and then we can talk about what we want to talk about this next one.
Yeah, we can definitely do that.
Structure the conversation a little better.
Yeah, I'm letting it run. I just need you guys to be like, alright, y'all, so 1, 2, 3, like, part 2,
All right, we're gonna take a quick break. Come back with part 2 right now.
All right.